I was in my element as I stood in my domain. I pondered for a moment if this was what it was like to be a true dungeon core, to be able to form anything, well, mostly anything, with a mere thought, to have the very world at your fingertips. As I studied the world that was all mine around me, I couldn't help but envy the dungeon cores. My domain wasn't much to look at for the moment. The place's size was partially controlled by the number and strength of my followers. While I might be a new type of god known as a Titan, I still had to play by a lot of their rules. For now, at least. If there was one thing that was true for me, I refused to be bound by other people's chains. It was annoying that I had technically been tricked by Wes. I would have to find the dungeon newborn god and teach him that no matter who you were, you didn't cross Oberon. That was, unfortunately, a matter for another time. He was in the hands of Igo. No doubt she would protect him for the foreseeable future, though if I took her down at the same time, then all I could say was I pitied him. I glanced back at the others. While most of our party regenerated many times faster than mortals, they still needed to rest. We had been in the wandering dungeon for over a month. Even beings like us had their limits. I preferred not to have them drop dead on me after we had made it out alive. Glancing around the island, I thought about making them rest on the grass that had been naturally created with the island, but I knew that I could do so much better. I made a few gestures to influence the magic as I pictured what I intended. A path to the entrance of the domain formed in the direction we had already passed. Closer at hand, another path branched off, leading to a villa that seemed to grow from the ground. I made it in the style of my youth, so it might be out of date for the people here. Still, the black marble with violet markings inset in their construction made the buildings quite beautiful. At least, that was if you asked me. The building had a few dozen rooms, plenty of space for everyone to have their own chambers. With one last gesture, I furnished the rooms. As a former king, I had a good eye for decorations. If your castle looked shabby when dignitaries visited, it was a mark against your honor. Not that anyone would so much as whisper such a thing about me at the height of my power, although that might just be because they feared for their lives. Turning around, I motioned to the villa. Everyone should feel free to rest for a while. Once I have a better understanding of myself as a Titan and this plane, then I shall return us back to the mortal world.